Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and staying healthy. So, I just got finished watching the new Mortal Kombat animated film, Scorpion's Revenge, and this is a sort of a review and spoiler talk combo. So, I'm gonna do this in two phases. We're gonna talk about the review first, and then you're gonna see a spoiler warning of sorts during the video so that you know when you should turn back. Turn back quick because I'm gonna go in depth and I'm gonna talk about some things that I thought that they could improve on, and I thought that um, was a little different from what I envisioned the film to be, and what I thought that could have been done differently. Um, okay, let's see. So my review of the film starts now. So let's go. Mortal Kombat Scorpion's Revenge focuses on Scorpion's storyline. Everybody who plays Mortal Kombat probably knows what it is and how it influences the entire lore of the series. I've been watching and playing Mortal Kombat for as long as I can remember. I think I was 5 when I started it. I think I told you guys this before. So it was different. As for the movie itself, I liked it. It was when Ed Boon said in the tweet that you can expect this film to have a lot of gore. I thought that, he's just promoting his film. I mean, come on, it's probably nothing. It's not that big of a deal, but there really is a lot of gore in this, and you can tell just from the trailers that there's a lot of gore in this. The fight style is really complementary to the whole setting of the animated series. I like the art style. It takes a little bit pieces of chunk from the Justice League, the animated series, with a little twist of I think they use more darker colors while drawing their characters, and Scorpion's the voice cast was great. All of them did a fantastic job in voicing the characters. It didn't really feel too fast paced to me because I thought that might be a problem considering how Mortal Kombat goes and how the story runs and how it ends. So I thought that it was great. I had some grips with it. Like maybe they changed the story up a little bit in a few places to complement Scorpion's side of the story, and maybe there were some instances that I thought, okay, they didn't do justice to this character specifically, and maybe there were a lot of influences where I thought that, okay, that's a bit much. I mean, not in terms of the gore, but I mean, just hammering something home. That's a bit much. So on that aspect, the movie it was fine. In terms of if you're watching as a Mortal Kombat fan, you'll be happy with it. I mean, it had everything that you'd want in an animated film. It's basically better than Annihilation. So I mean, that's not really that big a step, but we take what we can get. um, yeah, so it jumps into the lore very well. It maintains a simple, straightforward headline, like you have to win this tournament and you have to save Earthrealm, and they won 9 other tournaments, and you see that and you say, okay, it's a straightforward story. And then there are little divergence of Scorpion being heavily mentioned and heavily showcased in this, along with the intense fighting and the gore, which is great, by the way. The fighting is fantastic. Uh, all the fight scenes are really well done and well designed, and it really shows off the whole Mortal Kombat brutal fighting vibe that they have. And some of the scenes are just wow. My jaw was on the floor in some instances. So as an animated feature, I guess it's really good. It's something that us fans will really enjoy. Casual viewers may say that, okay, I don't really get some of the other storylines that are divulging in this, because you basically understand what's going on with Scorpion. Um, but there were some lines in the plot that I thought that they could have done better with, which is okay. I'm not really pinpointing stuff. I mean, it's fine. It's not that big a deal. So you see that and you say, okay, that's fine by me. Um, so if you'd ask me to give it a review as a casual viewer, I'd probably give it a 3.5 out of 5. And as a Mortal Kombat fan, it's definitely a 4. I was sort of hoping that um, it could be a bit, longer because, I mean, it's been a while since we've had any feature film of Mortal Kombat. So this was something that I really wanted to experience for a bit longer. It's around an hour and 45 minutes. I know I know I'm being a little whiny, but fans are fans. Now, what they did mostly was with this is they focused on the brutality and the fighting as a secondary thing, and they focused on the intentions of every character for entering the tournament really well as well. I mean, Liu Kang is your typical good guy. Sonya is the, is trying to take revenge for her partner, and Johnny Cage is a douchebag, which he normally is. You've probably seen it in the trailers. Uh, Scorpion is hellbent on revenge. I mean, all of that. They've nailed the personalities of the characters extremely well. It's well done on that side, and you can really feel that the stakes are high in this. And that's something that I had to pitch in the end because I kind of missed it out before. So that was good. That was really good. Um, Now we're gonna get to the spoiler talk. So if any of you want to see this, if any of you say that okay, I'm just here for the spoilers. I don't care for the review of this weirdo guy with the cap. That's fine. I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. So, warning, spoilers. Don't say I didn't warn you. So, I the film starts off in a really fast-paced ish way. I mean, I did say that it wasn't fast-paced, but the starting was really quick. Um, Satoshi and Hanzo are outside. That's Scorpion and his son. So they come back to the village and they see everybody slaughtered, including the wife, and he just goes berserk. I thought that was awesome. I thought that the fighting sequences were great. I thought that the guts, the gore, and how they showed that anger that Scorpion has was phenomenally done. I like that part, because in all of the incarnations of Mortal Kombat Online, we never really got to see Scorpion truly represented as this guy who's just bent on revenge. Because I like Scorpion because he is the most human character in Mortal Kombat. He is. He has the most human element of them all. Everybody is either too good or too evil or something along the lines of that. But he brings that whole human element to the story. He is something that I really like because the guy has lost so much. He lost his son, he lost his wife, he lost his entire clan, and now he's just hell bent on revenge. He doesn't care about anything else, which, by the way, is fine. I mean, you understand, right? Let's move on to Johnny Cage. He's a real vindictive little shit in this, and I suppose that's fine because that's how he's portrayed. He's a flirty douchebag who doesn't even know what the hell's going on. He thinks this is a movie, and as you probably know, up until the end, he doesn't really realize that this is getting serious. Him being kicked in the nuts by Sonya is one of my favorite parts of this whole film. It's really well done. I thought that was awesome, and like I said, nailing the personality of the character is one of the few plus points that this has. So that was really well done. But I mean, some would say that Johnny Cage was a bit of annoying with the whole mocking Raiden thing and the whole Earth Realm, so lame kind of stuff. But that's fine by me. I mean, that's his character, right? Sonya. You know, they could have really they couldn't they should have really stopped hammering home the whole oh, she's a woman, she can't fight thing, because that was getting pretty obvious. You can sort of kind tell that they were, heading towards that whole feminist thing, and it felt really forced at times. It's this place, Jack saying this place is nothing but for women or girls or whatever he said. I mean, come on, it's 2020, nobody actually says that. So that was kind of lame, but they Sonya was fine. I mean, she was a badass uh, army commando who was adept at fighting and adept at handling the situation. She was hell bent on finding Kano and getting Jax back, which there really was. There was a good twist, by the way. Her partner is Jax, just like in the games. Not like that whole shit in the movies where we didn't even know who the partner was until um, this. Yeah. Actually, we didn't know the partner was. I thought that was Jax in the first one, but it wasn't. So I mean, instead of hammering home the whole feminist thing, they could have really toned that down a wee bit. I mean, I didn't really, feel like it was that great. Um, Coming to Jax, and when everybody is inside the hall and Johnny is looking for food, uh, Kintara, that there was a cameo by that vampire girl, Nitara, I think, who was first introduced in Mortal Kombat Deception, if I'm not wrong. That was a great cameo. He's checking out some of the food there, and she basically fangs up at him. Um, Nice little cameo here. But the whole talking point when they enter the grand stage, when Shang Tsung is sitting at his throne, is the introduction of Goro. Okay, so in the lore, it's Ermac who basically rips Jax's, arms off. It's him. It's not Goro, but they really changed it up here to influence the storyline. It was a small tweak. I mean, it didn't really affect the show. It didn't really bother me. Um, but it was great, and it was really well done, and it was really gory, and it was really intense. So I like that bit, but I also felt that I'm not sure it was needed. I mean, you're not really supposed to, shove that kind of a threat behind. Sorry, that kind of influence behind Jax. I suppose it wasn't really you know a necessity. And then you see Scorpion hiding behind, and he murders two minions, and then he goes behind a Shao Kahn statue, and he sees the amulet, and he's about to grab it, and Raiden appears, and that's where we see the human side that I talked about. He's there, and he thinks about taking that the amulet, and then Raiden appears. He said that there is always a choice, that you always have a choice, and that was that was well done. It showed Scorpion's human side. It shows that he has um, reservations for working for Quan Chi. I mean, he was forced to do it, but he had reservations, and that's really cool. The Johnny Cage and Baraka fight was kind of funny because he didn't really fight. He just dropped the whole fucking building on the guy and gave him the middle finger and finished it off. Um, I thought it was great. Um, a little clucky because I didn't really see Johnny fight that well until basically the end. So, I mean, okay, not great, but it was okay. I mean, fine. He's trying to avoid it. He still thinks that it's a movie or something for some weird reason. Um, then we come to Reptile and Sonya. Uh, it felt a bit rushed, and again, the whole Sonya thing with the feminist view and the strong view was fine and all in the start, but I started to get annoying of the flashbacks and that. But I mean, okay, fine, it's fine. She murders Reptile, and then comes Liu Kang and Kitana, and she yields basically. And I thought that Liu Kang was gonna be the sappy, love-struck asshole that he was in Mortal Kombat 9, but he wasn't. He was determined. He was he was idealistic that I'd expect him to be. And calling him a 1950s Bruce Lee is pretty accurate. Um, so that was well done. thinking that you didn't need to just force love on the guy all of a sudden like the game did. I mean, he didn't really have to flirt with Katana. He just told her why he was so determined to be the Mortal Kombat champion, why to save the Earthrealm, and that was well done. That was fine. That was good. Um, and I think that's gonna influence the sequel, which I am definitely sure there's gonna be a sequel because this just covered the first Mortal Kombat, so we don't know what's going to happen. One of the issues that I have with this, though, is the lack of screen time Sub-Zero gets after the Shiraryu murder. I mean, okay, they didn't even give Sub-Zero time to explain himself. That dude, I wasn't the one who killed your entire clan. It's just, he just comes in, he fights Scorpion, and then he's dead. That's pretty much it. He comes in, he fights Scorpion, and then he's dead. And then there's nothing. There's not even a mention of it. There's not even a word of it. So I thought that was funny. Why'd you do that? If you're gonna introduce and have someone like Steve Blum voice Sub-Zero, who is incredible, by the way. He's the voice actor of Wolverine, if none of you knew. So if you're gonna bring him in, at least give him some dialogue to work it, man. Come on, I mean, the guy is single-handedly making Sub-Zero's voice his own. So, I mean, at least give us a hint of Kuai Liang, or give us a hint that he's Bihan, that he's not his brother. At least something, some sort of a backstory. Maybe we'll probably get that in the next one, and that's gonna be Sub-Zero focused. But that felt too rushed, man. That was too rushed. After that, I thought the final fight between Liu Kang and Goro was well done. It showcased that Liu Kang is strong, he's motivated, he is himself. He's basically the 1950s Bruce Lee. They showed all of his moves. They showed the dragon kick, the bicycle kick, and the fire influence attacks, all of it. And Goro handled it well, and the chemistry was great. The fight was good. Raiden holding himself back was was genuinely one of the few cooler things that he did. I mean, he was not allowed to interfere. He made that clear. So that shit was that stood out because they observed the rules of Mortal Kombat and made sure that everybody knew it. I didn't really feel that was done before, but I'm kind of glad that they did it now. As for the ending with Scorpion finally figuring out that it was Quan Chi who basically murdered his family and not Sub-Zero. Again, I'm still annoyed they didn't really go into Sub-Zero's backstory a little. I mean, come on, even a little bit would have helped. But they didn't. They said, fuck it. It's a Scorpion-based movie, so just go along with it. Just do Scorpion justice. Everybody can fuck off. But Scorpion and Sub-Zero's stories are intertwined. You can't expect to explain one and just ignore the other. And I mean, the fight between Quan Chi and Scorpion was fabulous. It was fabulous. It was unadulterated gore from the first minute to the last. The brutality that's shown is everything that a fan like me could dream of. I mean, it was everything that I wanted. He fucking ripped out his head and his spine in the end. And after he's dead, he throws him in the fire, which is no, he takes off his mask, he burns Quan Chi's entire body, and then he throws that skull in his head there. Oh my god, that was cool. That was cool. That was something I liked. And I felt that, fighting and gore were the main, standpoints for this entire film. It wasn't the story, it wasn't the character development to some extent. I mean, they nailed the personalities, but the only character that was properly developed throughout this entire film was Scorpion. Everybody else was partially developed or partially touched upon, like Sonya and Liu Kang. So I'm looking forward to a sequel. I mean, there's gonna be a sequel. If we're honest with ourselves, there has to be a sequel. And Ed did a great job on this. I really wish that there is one, and I'm really looking forward to it. So as a fan, despite its little faults and the little things that annoyed me, I liked it. And I think I'm gonna keep it with me. and I'm gonna show. Me and the lads are gonna, after this whole quarantine thing is over, we're gonna sit down and watch it because I have a few friends that watch and play Mortal Kombat with me. So thanks for sticking around, and like, share, and subscribe to me, man. I'm gonna be posting tons of content during these times to keep you guys busy. Let me know what you like to see, what you don't like to see. If my English annoyed you, or I don't know, make fun of me, I guess. I don't know. So just do what you feel like. I'm just here to entertain, and I hope that you guys like whatever I pitched in and whatever I said. Cheers. Enjoy the movie.